Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a very exciting video for books I'm currently obsessed with. If you've been watching me for the past couple weeks, you know I am absolutely obsessed with these books, so I have some really fun books to share with you that I can't wait to chat about. I have sports romance, I have very emotional romances, I have friends to lovers, I have angsty and messy, so I will go ahead and get to the books, but first I want to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Pair Eyewear. I was so excited when Pair Eyewear reached out to sponsor another video for me. They sponsored one video where I got these glasses. If you notice, these glasses, I wear them every day, but the coolest thing about Pair Eyewear is that they have top frames that you can use, and you just pop them on and you completely change the look of your glasses. I got 3 new top frames and I am obsessed with them. So these are the cowhide ones. Just look how cute they are. I think they're so fun, and I really love changing up my outfits and changing up my accessories to match my outfits. So this is a really easy way to match the outfits you're wearing. So I went with some really fun ones. So I went with the cowhide ones, and then I also got these as well, and you can like put them all on top of each other. I usually don't put 2 on top of each other, but they do work that way. So they're super easy to use and they stay on so well, and I absolutely love them. They're super affordable too. Instead of buying like 3 different pairs of glasses at the eye doctor that are extremely expensive, I hate going to the eye doctor. At the end, they're like, do you want to buy some glasses? And you kind of feel pressured to look, and they're really expensive. But on Pair Eyewear, it is so easy to just browse their website, look through all the different glasses they have, check out their new top frames. I was really excited to choose a couple more pairs because I think they're so cute, and I really love how fun this pair is, especially. It's one of my favorites. I did get another top frame that is actually sunglasses, which I'm very excited for because with summer coming, I literally don't even have to carry around sunglasses. I can just pull out my top frames, pop them on, and then when I'm done, I just pop them off. And I think that's so nice because I am going on vacation this summer, so I'm going to the beach, and let me tell you, when I put on sunglasses, I am blind. But when I have these on top, I'm not blind, and I can see, and I protect my eyes, and I think they're just so cute. Look how cute they look. I'm obsessed with Pair Eyewear. Please check them out. I am extremely grateful to them for sponsoring another video, because if you saw last time, I was so excited to have them sponsor a video because I've been wearing glasses since I was in 3rd grade. I've been wearing glasses all my life. This is such an affordable option to use. They have such cute designs. Like, I am so obsessed with the gold sparkly ones, so I am gonna switch them out as I chat with you about my books, but click the link in the description box for 15% off your first order too. So thank you to them for sponsoring this video, and we're gonna go ahead and get to the books. So the first book I have to share is Iced Out by C.E. Ricky. This one is one that I'm not finished with yet. I am about 100 pages in, but let me tell you, I am obsessed with this book, so I really want to share it in a video about books I'm obsessed with. This one is an MM hockey romance, and they are rivals, but it's definitely different vibes from Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed, which is one of my favorite MM hockey romances, which is definitely a rivalry hockey book. This one, they are rivals. They've been rivals growing up, and now they're on the same team, and things happen, and something happens between them, and then they start winning, and so one of them is like, hey, like, we should keep on doing this if we want to keep on winning. And it has been so good so far. I'm obsessed with the tension and the chemistry between them. I love how much hockey we get in this. I actually just got back from Denver today, like 2 hours ago. I landed in Columbus, and I got to go to a hockey game with the Denver Avalanches against the Dallas Stars last night, and it was so good, and it put me in such a hockey romance mood. So I'm definitely gonna hop back into this tonight and continue reading it because I love the hate to love aspect in here, and all the hockey in here is so good, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. So this one I'm obsessed with. I will say I'm not done yet, but I'm excited to continue on. Another one that I recently read, I actually read this weekend, is another sports romance. It is The Third Baseman by Lulu Moore. I did see a friend on Instagram reading this and immediately downloaded it because I love baseball romances, and it's a second chance. So it is a little hard to get into at first because the hero completely breaks the heroine's heart when they're in high school. They were madly in love, and he really hurts her, and he's like, I am not into this. Like, I'm not into you. We're breaking up. Now it's like 14 years later. Like, it is a long time that has passed. The heroine is just getting divorced, and the hero is making her come work for his baseball team. He's a professional baseball player, and she has worked for NASA, and they want to hire her to improve the baseball game for the team that he is now playing for, and he is determined to win her back. And there are a lot of flashbacks to when they were teenagers and falling in love that kind of slow the story down a lot in the beginning, and you're like, how the heck is he going to make up for this? Because he literally destroyed her her when they were younger. But things come out to why he did what he did, and he grovels a lot in this book, and he is a baseball player, he's a professional, and we see some baseball games. They can't be away from each other because she literally works for the team. Like, she has to work with him, and there's tasks she's put to work with him on certain things, and he gets so jealous of her when she goes on dates or he thinks she's with someone else, and I had so much fun reading this. So if you're interested in a new to you author, because I've never heard of this author before, I loved being able to read her book, check out The Third Baseman if you want a baseball romance too, because I definitely need more of those. Alright, we are going to put on my next pair for this video. So the next book I'm obsessed with is going to be Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This one I read for Reading BookTube's Favorite Books video, and this one, so many people loved this book last year, so I was really excited to read it. It's super big, but I read almost all of it in one day. I read, I think, up to 500 in one day, and then I read the last 75 pages the next day, and this one is a new adult romance where it does take place in high school, but it's definitely like a mature high school, so I feel comfortable calling it new adult. They live in Ireland, and the hero is a really big rugby player. He's like a rugby star playing for this team at this private school. She just transferred to this private school because she is being horribly bullied and has been horribly bullied for years, and her mom finally takes out a loan and sends her to this private school. The heroine comes from a very abusive family, so please know that going in. There's heavy trigger warnings for abuse in this. It's definitely on page, but the heroine meets the hero and he is instantly so into her, and he's like, what is happening? Like, this hasn't happened to me, and he's trying to focus on rugby, but he's recovering from an injury and he's pushing himself too much. She's keeping it a secret what's happening to her at home, and I love this. I loved the family in here, her brothers. I loved her one older brother, Joey, and he has a girlfriend, and I am so excited to read their book because it does come after the first two books in the series. So these books are so emotional and very, very slow burn. So it's definitely them just trusting each other, falling for each other, and then we get a cliffhanger at the end. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I really feel for these characters and everything they're going through, and I really love the whole rugby aspect though. Like, that's really, really cool. So I love this. If you're wary about the hype, please still check it out. Another book I read in that video is going to be Daisy Hates. This one is a angsty romance. It is book 2 in the series to Magnolia Parks, and this one is Daisy and Christian's story. Christian was madly in love with Magnolia in book 1, and I really didn't love the fact that he was in love with her, and I found it really obnoxious. So this one starts, but it's very messy. So Daisy is still getting over an ex, Romeo, and this cop is investigating her brother, who is an art thief, so it's very mafia too, and the cop kind of has a crush on her, and she's kind of crushing on the cop. But then we have Christian, who she's been hooking up with, and they're kind of developing real feelings. So she is kind of in a love triangle happening right now, where, or would it be a love square? There's 3 different guys that I'm like, I could see you with any one of these and it'd be a really good book. But I had a lot of fun reading this one, and it's definitely very, very emotional at the end because Daisy makes mistakes, Christian makes mistakes, they break each other's hearts, just like Magnolia Parks. It's very, 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 very messy, but I absolutely love this book so much. And again, just like Binding 13, the beginning, I feel like a lot of these books, the beginning is pretty slow. So I initially had read the first like 200 pages and I put it down, or 100, maybe 150, because it's very slow. But once things get going, they really get going, and I was obsessed with this. So please check the series out. It'll hurt you over and over and over again, and there's still no resolution. So I am nervous to continue on with the series, but amazing. Then the next book is Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young. This one is a friends to lovers romance. The hero and heroine did meet each other on New Year's Eve and shared a kiss together, and then the hero friend zones her, and so she has been friends with him for over a year now, and she is feeling kind of like in a rut in her life because all of her friends are getting married, they're moving out, they're moving on, and she just feels stuck. So it's her birthday, she decides to buy a bus, and she is going to renovate this bus and live out of this bus, and she's really excited. She's definitely more of an impulsive and eccentric kind of personality compared to like her sister, who is very like disciplined and organized and thoughtful about things she does, very not impulsive. So she knows that her sister's gonna judge her, but she decides to do it anyways, and Matt is there to help. Matt is the best friend, and he's gonna help her fix up the bus, and it just so happens that Matt's been in love with her this whole time. So it is their romance of traveling together. So they have to take a couple road trips. They have to take a road trip to get the bus. So there's an only one bed trope, and then they have to go visit his family. They go to her sister's wedding. There's so much forced proximity in here. I actually included this in my forced proximity video. So I have talked about this book before, but I absolutely loved it, and I'm just obsessed. Matt was the sweetest. This book was just so wholesome and cozy and cute, but you also really, really felt for Lane, the heroine, and understood where she was coming from in that kind of point in her life, and I really loved that. It was fun watching them renovate the bus. us, and there is a third act breakup that I did find kind of annoying, but the resolution of that conflict was everything. I was just obsessed with Matt, like I said, and he's one of my new favorite heroes. This actually was my favorite book I read in March, so please check it out. Alright, we're gonna go back to the original glasses for this last clip. I would film with my sunglasses on, but I can't use my sunglasses inside. So these, if you want to see them again, are my sunglasses. I think that they're so cool, but I cannot film an entire clip like this inside. So anyways, the last book I have is The Naked Fisherman by Julie Ann. This one is an age gap forbidden romance. Beginning again was very slow, but once you got into it, oh my gosh. The heroine's mom was arrested and taken to jail for a specific reason, and so the heroine was raised by her very religious grandparents. So she was raised very religious. She has very strict morals and beliefs about like sex before marriage, things like that. And so she decides after high school to move in with her mom and spend the summer with her, working for her mom's landlord who works in construction. The landlord lives like upstairs from them, and it is fishermen, and they have an intense connection, and her mom goes on a business trip, and that's when her and Fisherman kind of get together, and she is questioning things that she feels about him and things she feels about how she's been raised and her sexuality, and it was so good. Like I said, it took a while for me to get into this, but the more depth we got to these characters and saw just how perfect they were for each other, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked how she had to work for him, so she was always around him, and she just didn't know what she wanted to do, and there's just inexplicable chemistry between them. I loved it. If you like a good age gap, pick this up. I'm nervous though for book 2 because there's a little bit of a blow up at the end of this book, and I've heard book 2 has one of my favorite tropes, but like, how is that going to play out? I don't know, so I'm very, very nervous. I might put it off for a little bit, but I really do love this book. So if you like angst, please check this out. And those are the books that I'm currently obsessed with. Let me know the books that you've read recently that you're loving, or if you've read any of these. I would love to know, and that's all I have. Make sure you check out Pair Eyewear. Make sure you check out their amazing glasses where you can literally just change up your look in 2 seconds. I'm so in love with these glasses, if you can't tell. So I'm so excited they wanted to work with me again, and check out my link in the description box down below. Remember, I said you can get 15% off your first pair, and check out their website with all the amazing top frames you can add to change up your look whenever you want to. And that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.